But at some point, I think Pastor Sempa is a homosexual. He's gay. He must be gay, I think.
Why would you say that?
Because he knows a lot about homosexuals.
Really?
Yeah, it's only someone that
would know such details.
Because the way he used to show us those porn gay videos in church. Ooh, no straight person does that. He must be gay.
Hello, our viewers. A very good evening to you all. Thank you so much for joining us today on our Friday podcast with Out and Proud, an African charity organization. If it is your first time to be with us, do not forget to like, to share, and subscribe. With us today, we have a few friends, members of Out and Proud, and they're going to be sharing with us their experiences since we are celebrating the LGBT History Month. Please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sylvia Nafka. I'm a lesbian from Uganda. I'm happy to be here.
Hello, everyone. I'm Barbara Kemgisha from Uganda, a proud lesbian.
Yes, today we have Sylvia and Barbara. They're both from Uganda, and they're going to be sharing with us their experiences in Uganda. As you all were well aware, Uganda is a very, very homophobic country which persecutes the LGBT community at a very, 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 very high level. Yes, thank you so much for joining us, Sylvia. Thank you for being here, Barbara. It's good to have you guys, and thank you for coming and agreeing to share with us. So recently, there's been I don't know if some of our members did join us when we went with Peter Tatchell at the Lambeth Church of England, where we had a demonstration about LGBT rights, and there we spoke with the Archbishop himself. And yes, there was still a lot of controversies going on and a lot of challenges the church was facing, as they said. But yet again, I think something was done, because recently, sometime this week, the Archbishop of Uganda wrote a letter to the Church of England saying they are so against and they will never acknowledge or accept to join same-sex relationships or to bless same-sex marriages. What do you have to say about that?
Same-sex relationships are part of society and they're not going anywhere. So,
yeah, I believe that at the end of the day, we just have to acknowledge it. All the people in Uganda have to acknowledge it.
Yes, we are yet to hear what the response is going to be from Church of England, and yet we'll be updating you about that. And once again, still to note, in Uganda, a lot has been happening this same week. We had there was a children's park which they received funds from some Western country, and they gave them these funds to construct and renovate the park. And during those constructions, some of the colors they used to paint were the rainbow colors. And there's been a very big controversy, and they are actually trying to break down this monument that was painted in the rainbow colors, because it has become a thing back home, right? Yeah. It doesn't matter what you're like, as long as you're wearing anything or a t-shirt or a cape that has rainbow colors.
Yeah, everything is attributed to
so the LGBT society.
Homosexuality.
Yeah. Mere fact that these people have that perception, even though it's not attributed to the colors of the rainbow, that's LGBT. However much there are no actions involved.
Yes, that is what happened. That is why we have a friend of ours who was recently attacked and beaten to a pulp because he was wearing, one of our t-shirts which said "We exist." And that was back home in Uganda. Something happened about a pastor as well.
Yeah, I watched Pastor Sempa of Makerere Community Church. That was my church some time back. I used to go to that church. Yeah. And I watched him, and he was saying he's going to write cardboards or whatever, those posters, and take them to schools, decampaigning homosexuality, telling students about homosexuality and how bad it is, how we can't live in communities with homosexuals. He's trying to...
I guess he's promoting more homophobia and all that.
He's promoting homophobia.
Yeah,
and that's causing more problems too.
But of course, Pastor Sempa has been doing that since.
Yeah, but I guess the level he's on right now is just going to, like, instigate more fear and, instigate the societies as well and the communities as well, and they'll end up, like, being more, I don't know, more violent, because it's when these people in high places, when they come out and speak so negatively about the LGBT community, it's when you find all these violent crimes going on, the attacks.
But surprisingly, these prominent people, these people that have big names or in the government, are the same people that do those things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
But I think Pastor Sempa is just a barking dog.
Sure.
He's a barking dog.
He is. He surely is. Yeah. Well, I guess we've shared a bit about what is happening, what has been happening this week in Uganda. And then taking us back to our guests, I'll start with you, Sylvia. Because you grew up in Uganda. Could you share, if you don't mind sharing with us a bit about what your experience was in Uganda as a lesbian?
Growing up as a child, I was very different. So I was closer to boys than to girls because I preferred the boys' games. Yeah. The girls' games were so...
So did you play football?
Yeah, I played football, a lot of football.
Which number?
The girls' games are so soft and...
Like what?
Why, are you trying to tell us you're a rough person?
Yeah,
netball is
I'm
not
rough.
soft. It's not a soft
No,
spot.
But netball and football, which one is softer? So, of course, I would choose football. So I enjoyed boys' games, but I was always discouraged to engage myself in the boys' sports because they thought I would maybe get close to them and then maybe they would involve me in sexual acts, which was not the case. But I was just a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I was
being
just
a
going
kid.
after what you're
I was
feeling
being
right
a kid,
then.
yeah. I didn't have any intentions.
So did you wanting to, like, or should I say, did you having just friends for boys and playing football, did it ever, like, affect you, or did you ever receive any comments or any, like, say, attributions from your family and people around you?
Yeah, they always stopped me from playing them, but I always went back. Yeah, every time. But time reached and my mom just let it go.
Okay.
Yeah, so and she started encouraging me and then buying me sportswears and sports attires, so that because I was stubborn, I just kept on playing. I just kept on getting involved, and she just gave up.
So could you tell us a bit more about, like, the Sylvia in Uganda, the lesbian Sylvia in Uganda in a homophobic country? Like anything, like any of your experiences as a lesbian person in your...
I didn't expose myself because I was just in the closet. I don't know if I can mention the name. Maybe not.
You don't really have
Oh,
to.
yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah, because she had a nice body. Yeah, yeah, she was a bit well built. Yeah.
Did you ever share your feelings with her? Did you ever tell them?
No, I couldn't.
Why?
Because it was considered a sin because you can't tell your fellow girl that I feel something for you because we take it as a sin. And growing up, we were told about people who love their same other people of the same sex, and we were told it's not right, it's a sin. If you do it, you're gonna go to hell. So I couldn't tell my friend. Yeah, so I kept it to myself, and I just admired her from within me. And then we continued playing, being tight. We were friends, but then inside I was burning. I wanted to tell her, but I couldn't. So we went on and on. I started getting jealous when I saw her with other people. She took it very okay, but for me, it wasn't treating me right because I was feeling something for her, and for her, she was just normal. I tried having a boyfriend, not only one.
Okay.
Yeah, I had one after the other, but I wasn't feeling anything, like not my kind of thing. I didn't feel anything for the men. So at the age of 20, I realized I was not like the other people. I realized I was a lesbian, and then...
So what made you accept the person you are?
When I was at Makerere College School, I attended Makerere Community Church, which is Pastor Sempa's church. So that's how I joined it. And then he used to preach against homosexuality and always tell us to pray against it. We prayed every time he called people to pray. You know, he used to preach so much against homosexuality. And every time he called people to pray, I was always in the line, ready to pray and trying to trying to fight it. I had relationships with men. There was no chemistry. So I realized I was only hurting myself. So I decided to accept myself, because every time I saw a girl, I would feel something different. So at the age of 20, I had had enough. I decided to give myself peace and then accept myself, that I was what I am and I'm never going to change. But at some point, I think Pastor Sempa is a homosexual. He's gay. He must be gay, I think.
Why would you say that?
Because he knows a lot about homosexuals.
Really?
Yeah, and it's only someone that
would know such
would
details.
Know that. Yeah, because the way he used to show us those porn gay videos in church. Ooh, no straight person does that. He must be gay.
Okay, that is one struggle you had to experience, and it is really such a shame that people are still going through the same struggles back home in Uganda. Yeah. Now, Barbara, you have the mic. Yeah, would you mind sharing with us, and would you mind sharing with our viewers how your life was like growing up as a lesbian?
Born and raised in Uganda, I grew up in a staunch Christian family, and me growing up, person that I used to love, and I love football. I'm a person that I really love football. Premier League clubs, I know most of them, so you can't lie anything about it. So growing up, I would go to cinemas with boys to watch football, to watch movies, action-packed. So those are the things that would attract me, and that's the company I used to really enjoy. When I grew up, few people, or less, I can say, used to see me with fellow girls. It was a rare case for a person to see me with a fellow girl, because I was a person who used to hate putting on dresses, skirts, and that was something that my dad would emphasize. If it's not a dress, it's a skirt. But during the putting on my trousers, my shorts, going out with the guys, going into the cinemas, go play football. Mere fact that I used to hang out with these guys, they never at one point reached to vibe me, because they were like, no, that one is like a bro to us. No. So they instead went for other girls, because they had this perception that one, no, it's a no-go.
It's a no-go.
Yeah, it's a no. Just look at
one
her.
Of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we've said a word or two, and actually more about Uganda, and the experiences or our visitors first still in Uganda, which is a very homophobic country, but still it's not all a sad ending. It's not, it could be, we would say it's a beginning to a new life when you come here in England, and you're in a safe space, I would say. And being in a safe space, and now we are celebrating the LGBT History Month, that is something worth celebrating. And on that note, would you mind sharing with us how your life is like here in England? Are you guys dating, or what's happening with your relationships?
I'm seeing someone. We're still talking, but maybe as time moves on, maybe she'll accept, but we're still talking. So I'm seeing someone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
What about you, Barbara?
Yeah, I'm also seeing someone.
I see someone. You came with someone here today. Is it the same person we're talking about?
Yes.
If you don't mind, can she come and say hi to our viewers?
Of course. Yeah, she's called Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Say hello to our viewers.
Hi, Mabel. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Good to see you guys.
I actually came here for moral support from my girl. She was a little scared, and I'm like, I'm gonna be there for you. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for coming. And
You two look good together.
thank you. Perfect match, huh?
perfect match. So you guys, you've been rushing off to summer. What's happening tonight?
It's Friday. It's Friday night.
Private business.
yeah.
Don't
Friday
ask.
business. All right. It's off the tables. It's off the tables. Yes, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Sylvia, for coming.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
me.
Barbara, for coming.
you.
Thank you for coming, Lisa, and showing your support well to your partner. And thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you for always being with us. Thank every Friday. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe if it's your first time to be with us. And yes, so this is Out and Proud African LGBT charity organization. And we are here on this platform to always share with you what's happening in the LGBT community here and in other African countries. Stay tuned in. Do not forget, for those of you who would like to join us, tomorrow we're going to be at 56th Street for a movie called The Kuchu at 56th Street basement. If you are all welcome to come and join us. And from thereafter, we shall be socializing at JAY pub with our friends. That will be in Soho, Central London. Do not forget to share, to like, and subscribe. We'll be sharing more with you next weekend. Is there anything you'd like to share with our viewers before we leave?
Just want to thank Out and Proud for giving us the moral support we need, financial support, because before coming to Out and Proud, I wouldn't even come in front of the camera to say something. I wouldn't. I'm now confident. Yeah. Still.
Yeah,
But
you're very
I'm
confident
somewhere.
now.
I'm not where I used to be. Yeah, I'm better now. So thank you, Out and Proud. Thank you for the support. Thank you for making me part of the family. Yeah, and all the best.
Yes, thank you, Out and Proud. Thank you for giving us this platform where we get to share with you and we'll talk with our friends, socialize, and create awareness as well. Thank you so much. And on that note, we wish you all a very lovely weekend. And yes, see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.